Alright, what's going on guys? My name is Logan with West Desert Wheeler. Today's video, we're going to be playing with the MOA. I've got a new controller for it, which means that I can now do front wheel drive only and rear wheel drive only, as well as on-the-fly adjustable overdrive to the motors. It's pretty cool, really excited. It's the new FlySky Noble NB4. I don't know if it's new, but new to me. So here's the new controller, and the way that I'm controlling my front and rear only are these little paddles in front and behind the wheel. Like I said, just little click buttons there. So this is my first time recording with the GoPro while driving, so I may have a little hiccup here and there, but we'll get it figured out. The car we're driving is an RC4WD drive Bully 2 MOA. This one has got dual BR minis inside here, which means it has two separate ESCs, so the controller takes two ESC inputs and mixes them into the same throttle channel. And then I have to be able to shut down those mixes individually, which this controller is smart enough to do. So super awesome there. Got a direct power NSD RS800 V2 servo on there, using some 750 milliamp 3S battery packs. It's got Holmes Hobby Polar 500 13XX motors. And then the rear axle here has been clocked up a little bit. Looks like the front's been clocked up a little bit. Running some Ibex in the Predator compound on this car, dual stage foams, just some cheap 2.2 aluminum beadlocks. Oh no, aluminum wheels on an MOA, but not a big deal. Should be a great time. Let's go hit these cones. I've set up 10 really aggressive gates again. New course this time, out here at Area 51 again. These rocks are just too good, and these rocks should be similar to what the Nationals event is going to be in October, and that's what I'm doing is I'm out here practicing. Let's hit the rocks and see how the car does. Well, all right guys, first time running these gates here today. I'm probably gonna get out and do some more practice, run these a few times, but this will be the first run on this course, which probably means it'll definitely be my worst, but you know, it's the most realistic run. So you guys are seeing the raw, real deal here of how I would navigate these in a comp. Trying to get this front tire away from these cones here. So using rear only there. I'm going to take a reverse. Again with the front only. I haven't touched that cone yet. Haven't touched it. Back to front only. Okay, we're gonna need to push from all four. Now we're on this horrible breakover. Just 90-degree ledge, super ugly. If I had a little more weight in the front, it'd probably get this. Now we're just smashed up on our belly. That cone moved, but I think a rock originally hit it, is what got it. So this gate is definitely wicked. Okay. May have set one just a little too aggressive. I knew that top side cone was really going to be the problem, because the further top side I go, the easier this gate becomes. So not a problem there. Here we go, working our way over to gate number 2. This is going to be a big drop, and I'm going to see if I can chalk up my rears. Perfect, rotated the car exactly how I wanted. And that's going to be some stuff I play with today, as I want to see what kind of goofy rear burn trickery I can do, because it's the first time I've had the ability to do it. Okay, very cool. Now 3, we got to go through this little sandstone bowl to get up to gate number 3. And I've never driven this before, so I'm just hoping it's possible. Do front wheel only here for a second. Give me 4. Okay, we got the fronts up, which is probably not going to be the hardest part. I'm on the chassis, and then we're going to try and pivot around. Getting that rear up is good. Once I get the third up, I like using that wall on the high side to try and get some traction down. Okay, now bring it across. So I need to, oh. Yeah, now I'm going to throw extra overdrive at this. This is a tough one. And like, I'm not timing myself here on the first run because I'm still learning the controller. That's it. But if I were under time, like, I'd be a lot more stressed about trying to get up something like that. Probably get more throttle happy and get myself in trouble. Oh no, don't do that. So now, turn my overdrive back off, basically. And then push her on up the hill. The traction is right where the cone is. So rear only. Trying to get that rear shifted towards me a little. There it goes. So let's swap it over to front wheel only and rotate it back around. And then four wheel right on this angle. Maybe I could try just going steeper and then trying to hook up top. I'll probably have to bump this cone. Let's see how close I can get to the line, at least. Definitely don't want to fall off that rock. So out of 3, now we're going to work our way over to 4. Now I could come in from the higher side and drive more straight across this, but that's not really like the gait I want to practice here. I want to try and get these fronts up and then just hook that rear into the crack and kind of rotate the car up and around gate number 4 here. So I'm going to go front only. Don't want to drive straight into the cone. I think we're good there. Okay, now the front's going to shift off. I'm just going to let it drive forward as much as I can before I have to turn out and save it. Okay, 4 went pretty good. Okay, headed into 5. I know that the setup is bad in this crack, so I'm going to try and get my rear as far away from this next gate as possible. So I'm going to intentionally side hill through this so that it keeps my rear further away when I want to turn in. So let's bring it in. Let's do some extra overdrive here. Okay, that's getting me through at least. Okay, I gotta go rear only. No, that's not working. So this gate had an optional line, and that was to enter it from this direction. And so the question is, what happens if we try it from the other direction? Okay, rear. I really don't like that, actually. Need to bring the overdrive down. Okay, now we're pushing too far along. doing the exact opposite of what I wanted. Okay, so we got a reverse there. Some front only. Kind of got the pinch I want. That's it, that's it. Yeah, now we're balanced. Coming up through here. So I'm gonna front only and pull the front end through to sink my rears into the rock where I want them. But I also placed this cone strategically to where I could not stay balanced in this. I would have to fall in at some point. And I might just be setting myself up for a perfect failure here. So front only to dip the front end, and then a rear only to push the rears up. I don't know what to do with my steering here. Okay, I actually did bump the cone there, and then I fell in. Well, gate 5 is just as ugly as I intended it to be. But may have to come back on this one just not to bore you guys on gate 5. So gate 6, I've actually driven this line before. Come up in here. However, I did not run where the gate was. I drove around in the last video and then drove up the wall where the gate sits. So basically in this one I'm just running a V-crack, but it's not a good one at all. It's ugly. So using that front only to pull my rears into the rock where I want, which is good because my rears are all out of shape. So now 4-wheel. Trying to use the front to correct the rear where I want. Rear only. Steering to, yeah. I couldn't tell if I hit that. I'll have to check my video when I edit. It was very close. Okay, got out of there. Now we have a bonus that looks ridiculous, which is why I made it a bonus. Like just getting set up for it is gonna be wild. Front only. Probably gonna turn the vibration off on the paddles here. Still need to mess with the settings in the controller. Yeah, that rear end just gets pushed. Okay, well, my car is not making this bonus, but I had to get up this wall. This gate is pretty straightforward on the gate itself. I put the cones kind of in strategic places to really mess with making the turn afterwards, and there's a ledge off of this turn. So let's turn our overdrive up because I want the fronts to do most of the work. Front only to keep the car planted. Okay, now with my rears chalked, or with my fronts chalked like this, try rear only. Okay. I'm gonna have to reverse, I would think. Yeah, I gotta back up. That's not good either. I'm slowly just falling off. All right, well, I cleaned out a 7 and then I didn't crash on the way out. Gate number 8, I literally like have 3% hope that it will actually clean this. We're gonna try, but I really just don't see it happening. So we're going up towards the top, and then we got this ugly breakover spine that all this is going to want to do is roll us over and throw us down into this bottom cone. But we got to try the hard stuff, right? Maybe I'll learn something here. Okay, come on. Hold on to it. Hold on. Ah, so close. That was actually a lot better than I anticipated. There's a chance it might work. I've had higher hopes for a lot of them that we've tried here today. And honestly, this one is surprising me with its ability to actually get in there like it is. Okay, turn off our overdrive. I want a lot of drive from the rear. Still crazy close, just couldn't pull it off. All right, gate 9 entrance. This is going to be where we're going to hang the car sideways on the hill. Hang the car on that front tire. Yep, she got a hold of it. My buddy Thomas over at Fab and 801 calls these hang gangs. Not quite there because my car isn't, I mean, when he does it, he literally is hanging off of one tire. So let's try something weird. How about a rear only backup? Now we're back in four wheel, front only. Ah, it didn't work out. All right, finally on up to gate 10. This has been a long, rough course, and I've got a lot to improve on here. Well, all right, guys, the damn GoPro overheated on me yet again on a different trip in the same spot. Big surprise. It's nice and warm out here. But through gate 10, ended up getting it clean. It was really ugly, and the rear axle got really pinched in there, but we got through 10 clean. Anyway, hit the affiliate links down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. I rarely do MOA videos because it's kind of a fragile car, and I can really hammer on most of my other stuff, but the MOA, it likes to break on me. So I greatly appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Keep the rubber side down.